This is not the review that I expected to make. Actually, technically, this is the second time that I'm recording this review. Not because of any fault of technology, camera, or anything like that. Not because I messed up or anything. Because the tale of two ROG Xbox Allies. Let me start off and say, I did not buy the X. I bought this with my own money, and I was not going to spend that type of money to get the X. Regardless of all of the reviews that I've seen and I've watched, I've read, there's no way that I think that that should be the go-to one. It should not be the most expensive one. That should not be the one that you go to automatically. So I got the regular Ally. But right off the bat, let me just jump into it. It, out of the box, was not anything close to what I expected. I expected this thing to be a Xbox console. It is not. It is a Windows PC that is skinned with Xbox all over it. It starts with the Xbox mode, full screen mode. You can play the Xbox games that you buy through the Xbox PC side or the Play Anywhere side. So there is a distinct difference on what happened. But that is not the biggest issue. Not only when I opened it and started to set it up, it took quite a few hours. Way longer than I expect any console, PC, or anything to take for me to begin to use it. It lets you know that it is not a console. You can install Teams on this thing. You can install Microsoft 365. You can put Word on it. You can put Excel. You can put everything. It's a handheld PC. And it lets you know that right out of the box. Once you turn it on, you start installing stuff, it's going to show you Xbox. But behind that, when you go into the updates, because it's going to need a few updates like any other PC, it's going to ask you if you want all these things that are irrelevant to a gaming handheld. Nowhere in the world would I ever use Teams on this thing. Nowhere in the world would I use Word on this thing. It does need a web browser. I'll say that. Like most consoles have a web browser, and you can watch YouTube or something in a browser, or just download the app from the Microsoft Store. But let's just say my experience out of the box after the hours of setup and hours of just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for it to set up and restart and set up, the thing was lagging. I hope I have video of this. It was like you push the Xbox button, which is the most consistent of them all. It just was just a little bit slower. Just let you know that it wasn't all the way immediate. You push the button and you wait. But that was the shortest wait with the Xbox button. The other buttons, now let me tell you, there's an Armory Crate button. You push that one works 99% of the time too. So it'll pop up the menu, their overlay. I'll put that on the screen. It'll pop up the overlay of the Armory Crate. But there's a library button on the right side. You push that button and wait and wait and wait. You push the menu button, and sometimes you have no idea if you've pushed it or not. And then you push it again, and now you're in the loop. I know you guys know what the loop is. You push a button and nothing happens. You push it a few more times, and now you're stuck because it's processing the first one, and then the second one, and then the third one. So my experience with the controls out of the box was not good. Not good at all. Playing games. So I really put it through its paces. I played Marvel Rivals. I played Monopoly Madness. I was able to play Call of Duty. I installed multiple game stores. So this lets you know again that it's not an Xbox. You can install the PC game stores like Epic, EA, Battle.net, and a few other ones that are on there. While doing that, I went straight to the top because I wanted to play Battlefield 6. And it wasn't good. It was unplayable. Literally, I had tried it multiple times and it just was not good enough for me to enjoy because I was playing a multiplayer. And then I tried the campaign and it still was skipping around, lagging, and everything like that. So I ended up just downloading it on my PC and playing it that way, which defeats the purpose of the handheld. I was not having a good time, y'all. But that was the first 2 weeks of owning this handheld. It was unplayable for the game that I wanted to play, which was Battlefield. Now, it handled Marvel Rivals excellently. It flawlessly. But that's not the game I'm playing right now. It handled my side scroller game excellent. No complaints. Monopoly Madness, excellent. Flying Colors. Play that one, going in and out. Those are one player, single player games, right? So the Battlefield multiplayer, you need zero latency, zero drop frames. Because I need to see if somebody's going to run around the corner, and they were running around the corner and laying me out, and I did not have a good time. So fast forward past those 2 weeks, a few updates, and it's a totally different ally. I had to give it to my nephew to let him test it out to see if I was just mistaken. That from day one to day 15, 16, 17, 18, was it a different Xbox experience on this handheld? And already he's telling me, man, I have no qualms, no problems, no issues. He played a game that I couldn't play, which was Ninja Gaiden 4. Now, I tried to play it and I streamed it, as a matter of fact, and I couldn't play it. I think it was partly because of the hardware, but I think it's partly because of my internet as well. Note to all you out there, if you're going to buy this thing, make sure your internet is strong enough. So I played it around my house, and I have gig speeds all the way around my house. So should not be an issue, but it seemed to be the issue at the beginning. Now, this new software update that they sent out, or the multiple ones that they've sent, has consistently made it more useful to me. So I was able to play Call of Duty with very few drop frames and jumping and stuttering. So I was able to play that. I did not get to retry Battlefield 6 after this latest update. So I'm going to try that again just to make sure. But going from the beginning till now, if you would have asked me a week and a half ago or a week ago, would I buy the reasonably priced Xbox Ally, I would have said I would not rebuy it, and I would recommend that you buy the X, even though it's the most expensive one, even though it's the one that I think you should not buy because you should not be forced to buy the most expensive anything to get it to be useful to you. They shouldn't sell the cheaper version if it's not a useful piece of software or tech or hardware. Companies should not be able to do that. Like they're forcing people to buy the most expensive one because of how bad the lower quality one is. And I'm not saying this it's totally junk at that. I'm not saying that at all. But everyone should not be saying that you should buy the X. It's just not good for business, I don't think. I take that back. It is good for business, but it's not good for the consumer. So here are the specs. I'll throw these up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The Ally Standard, that's what they're calling it. The Ally Standard has a AMD Ryzen Z2A quad core, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of M2 SSD storage. Both of them have a 7-inch display. with FreeSync and Gorilla Glass. The standard has a 60 watt hour battery, Wi-Fi 6. It has two USB-C 3.2 ports. It has a micro SD card and a headphone jack. It comes with Windows 11 optimized for Xbox. So back to the thing. This is not a Xbox handheld console. This is an optimized handheld PC. I'm going to say that again. This is not an Xbox console handheld. This is a Windows PC handheld optimized for Xbox. Remember that. Good thing. The storage is upgradable. At some point, I could take the standard up to the same terabyte, 2 terabytes of storage, but I cannot get the processor the same, which is sad. What actually intrigued me the most was getting the controller, which, in my opinion, the Xbox controller is the best controller out there. If you want that feel, there's nothing that beats that Xbox controller. It just feels great. And this one feels great as well. So I will not take that away from it. The triggers are a little bit different because they're bigger, but the ergonomics of that controller, it can't be beat. It can't be beat. So while you could buy last year's or the year before's Ally X or standard, the X might probably be the way to go. You can 3D print some grips to make it more like this version, the Xbox Ally. But I'm telling you, that controller, that feel, those ergonomics, they cannot be beat. This was not the review that I anticipated sharing with you guys because I had one and I was lighting it on fire because it was not what I expected. It wasn't working like it should have. The software was glitchy. The games was glitchy. I couldn't do anything. My network, I have nothing else on my network suffers from lag or packet drops or anything like that. Nothing. But I throw this thing on there and it was buggy, laggy, everything. So I think it was just working itself out. But if I'm trying to review something, I want to know out of the box is it going to work or not, and I want to share that with you guys. My experience was not that great at the beginning, but now I would say that you should be able to purchase this version, the standard version, and enjoy it. Just know that you cannot be a hardcore gamer and get the same thing out of it. The standard version is for the casual gamer. You can take it on a bus, car ride, plane rides, flight with layovers. I guarantee my son would love to have this coming home for Thanksgiving in his back pocket to say, hey, I don't even care about this layover. It could be 2 hours. It could be 3 hours. I'm going to sit here and play Call of Duty. I'm going to sit here and play Rocket League. Shoot, you might even play Roblox or something. I don't know. Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I know he likes to play that game too. So, yeah, I think he would enjoy this. He's not going to be able to take it because it's mine. But I was not going to suggest that you guys buy this one until these last rounds of updates came through. If you would like a handheld, portable PC that you can game on, get the Xbox Ally. Save some money. You don't need to get the X unless you're going to play hardcore games. Oh, let me know. Tell me what you think in the comments. It's just been my experience with it. I think you can get away with buying the standard version rather than buying the most expensive version, the premium, the X, the high end version. But only time will tell if it will stand up to the test of time. full circle right there. I think that's all I got, y'all. Share your thoughts with me. If I said anything wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna continue to play with it because I'm not sending it back. I'm gonna continue to play with it and see what happens. I've turned into a full-on casual gamer that dabbles in first-person shooters and AAA games. So I don't know. I might get good enough. Maybe Diamond League somewhere. Predator League. Predator, Diamond. I don't even know what it's called no more. But anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, like and subscribe. Drew. Catch you next time.